Welcome to Gateway Lectures. Here we have a good question on engineering mechanics. This concept I think, this will be not taught in many institutes. Conservation of momentum. Generally, it is said during conservation of momentum there shouldn't be any external force. But here in this question we are having external force. Still we are doing conservation of momentum. That is how. Let's go through the question. Two blocks A and B of mass m and 2m respectively are placed 5 meters apart. The blocks are pulled by a constant force F is equal to 50 newtons. So both the blocks are pulled by constant force F is equal to 50 newtons. One block is having mass small m and other is having mass 2m. Comment on the collision of the blocks and also calculate distance at which they collide and the velocity of the block B. This is block A and this is block B. The velocity of block B just after collision, maybe within very close to 0 seconds just after collision. Also the velocity of block A after 10 seconds from collision. So what will be the velocity of this small block after 10 seconds from the collision? Assume both the blocks are at rest initially. So initially they were at rest. We applied a force F and they start moving. Take a small m is equal to 2 kg. Let's solve this question. See here, before just solving here, let there is a point x somewhere. Let there be a point at a distance of x. Somewhere these blocks will collide. So they should collide. Why they will collide? Because this small m is having a force F, right? So when we write F is equal to ma for small m mass and 2m mass, here also F is equal to ma. Both the forces were same. And coming to mass, this is having mass m, this is having mass 2m. So if we write acceleration here, it is nothing but F by m. If we write acceleration here, it is nothing but F by 2m. So we can simply say the acceleration of small m is acceleration of small m upon 2 is nothing but acceleration of 2m, and acceleration nothing but v by t. So vm upon 2t. Here it is nothing but v of 2m upon 2t. Right. Here v of 2m upon t it will be t. From this we can easily say the velocity of block 2m is half of the velocity of the block m. Therefore the velocity of block m is greater than or equal double the speed of this. So since this small block is having velocity 2v and this is having velocity v, generally vm or 2vm, so this small block for the same time it will travel more distance. So if it travels more distance than this, somewhere at the point this block had to hit the block. So somewhere at the point these two blocks had to collide, and let the point be some x at a distance of let the point be somewhere, and it is at a distance of x from the large block. So it will be at this distance of 5 plus x from the small block. We know v square minus u square is equal to 2as, right? Here both the blocks are at rest initially, therefore u is equal to 0. So from here we can write here we can write we will not take v square minus u square is equal to a. That will be taken to calculate the final velocity. But here we will take s is equal to ut plus half at square. Okay. And u is 0. They both start from rest. Here just calculate the accelerations. The acceleration am is nothing but f upon m. M is 2 kgs. So f is 50 upon 2, nothing but 25 meter per second square. Similarly, acceleration for the 2m block is f upon 2m, nothing but 50 upon 2 into 2 is 4, nothing but 25 by 2 meter per second square. For the simplification purpose, we let it be 25 by 2. Instead, we can write 12.5. But for simplification, we will write 25 by 2. And from here, we can write the value of t. T is equal to, from this equation, s is equal to u2 plus half at square, we can write t is equal to 2s upon a under root of. And we need to remember one point is, as the small block travels 5 plus x distance, the large block travels a distance of x within the same time limit. Therefore, the time for small block will be equal to the time for the large block to meet just at the distance of collision. So here for small block, 2 into the small block has to travel 5 plus x distance upon acceleration is 25. The large block has to travel x distance with 25 by 2 velocity, right? So if we simplify this, we'll get the value of x as 5 meters. So after large block traveling 5 meters and small block traveling 5 plus 5 10 meters, they both will collide. and here we need to calculate the velocity just after collision. So if we were to calculate velocity just after collision, we need to calculate the velocity just before collision. So here we can apply conservation of momentum, but we need to note an important point. Generally, while applying conservation of linear momentum, will be said that there shouldn't be any external force. But here, if you can observe, the both blocks are having the same force. So the both blocks are under the same force. Right. We know what is force. Force is nothing but rate of change of momentum. We can write a dmv upon dt. From here we can write d of mv is nothing but f into dt. Apply integration on both sides. So we'll get mv due to force is nothing but f into t. Let it be. Now we'll apply the conservation of momentum for the small block. What is the small block? Let the small block initial velocity is not known, but we need to calculate the velocity at the time where these both blocks will meet, just about to meet. So we need to first calculate the value of v. For that we will apply v square minus u square is equal to 2as. U is 0, so v square is equal to 2 into a into s for small block. So for small block, vm is equal to under root of 2 into 25 into s is 10. So for the small block, the velocity just before collision is 500 meter per second, root over 500 meter per second. Similarly for this large block, so v2m is equal to 2as. From that v2m is equal to under root of 2 into acceleration is 25 upon 2 into s is 5 meters. So from that we will get the v2m value as under root of 125 meter per second. So both the velocities were known. Here now we can apply conservation of momentum. How? So for the small block m mass, it is having the velocity of root over 500 plus, that is due to velocity, it is having a momentum. Now it is also having a momentum due to force, and that value is nothing but f into t. Right. This is the initial momentum for the small block. Then the final momentum for the initial momentum for the large block is 2m into 2m into root over 125. This is the initial momentum for this block, and the final due to force it will have same f into t is equal to, just after collision the both blocks will be acting like a system, right? So when they are acting like a system, it will be 3m into that velocity just after collision they'll have a velocity v. Both the blocks will collide and move together. Since a small block is having more velocity, it will stick on to the large mass and they start to. And just after sticking, see if you can observe m and 2m. See, simply imagine practically, when you are having two blocks, one of 1 kg and another of 2 kg, you are just pulling them with the same force. So within less time, the small block will come and hit to the large block, and even after that you are applying the same force on the two blocks. Then we can take the complete system of the blocks, and we can just take that it is being applied under force of 2f. Right. So here, and the 3m mass block will start moving with, now just after collision they will start moving with velocity v, that is nothing but 3m into v, plus here it starts moving with the force 2f into t. So here f into t and 2f into t will get cancelled. So finally we will get the same conservation of momentum. If suppose there is only force on one block, we can't apply conservation of momentum here. That this type of question we will be solving in the next case. Next problem will be this on the same. So here it will be 2m into root over 125 is equal to 3m into v. From that we will get the value of v is equal to 14.907 meter per second. Right, 14.907 meter per second. This is nothing but the velocity of B just after collision, that is being asked in the question. What is the velocity of block B just after collision? So 14.907 meter per second. And after collision, so after collision this will start moving with velocity v, that is equal to 14.907. That is nothing but, for the two block system it will be the initial velocity. So for the two block system it will be initial velocity v is equal to 14.907. And here if you can observe, the time taken for Vm is equal to root over 500. For the time taken for the small block m to reach a velocity of 500, root over 500 is nothing but t is equal to, we can simply write t is equal to v is equal to u plus at, u is 0, v is known, is equal to v is equal to at, number root over 500 upon a is nothing but 25. For that we will get as 0.89448 seconds. So within very less time, under 1 second, they will reach a velocity of vm. It means under 1 second they will just collide. So now they are asking velocity after 10 seconds. We can easily imagine the velocity will be more. So here v is equal to u plus at. We need to calculate the acceleration for the two block system. So for the acceleration of the two block system is acceleration is equal to force upon, so here the force is 2f upon 3 into m, that is nothing but 2 into 50 upon 3 into 2, that is nothing but 100 upon 6. From this u is equal to 14.907 plus acceleration is 100 upon 6 meter per second square into 10 seconds. So we'll get the final velocity as 181.57367 meter per second. This is the final answer. These type of questions are very easy, but here many will have a confusion to apply the conservation of momentum, how to calculate the velocity of the block B just after collision. This is a way we need to apply. If the both blocks are initially under the same force when they are starting, then we can simply apply conservation of momentum. We need not think of anything. But if force is being acting only on one block, it is not acting on another block, we can't apply conservation of momentum. Similar with the case, suppose there is a ball here being hanged, and from here we've shooted a bullet. So this bullet travels and hits this. Now after hitting, they just start moving up. Here conservation of momentum can be applied, because here the ball is under rest with the tension, but the tension force is equal to the mg. So even here before collision it is having gravity force. Even the bullet is also having the gravity force. So under the same gravity force they both hit, and then they will start moving with some velocity. So this will have some velocity v, and finally they will have some velocity vf. Here we can apply conservation of momentum. Say similar to the case of this. Both are having the force F initially being acting on the body. Even after collision the force F is acting. So even after collision we have taken that conservation. Even after collision we have taken the conservation. For the 2F force it will be a conservation. Right. See, for the same time they will have a momentum, linear momentum, f into t, f into t. For the same time it will have the momentum 2f into t, both the blocks. So in this way we can apply conservation of linear momentum. Thanks for watching. We will have many such questions later on. Thank you.